Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman G to reply to the discussion.
So thank you very much, sir. And I wish to recognize and I'm grateful to you that for the first time with you in the chair, I'm being called to respond to a bill. So for that, I extend my gratefulness to you. Sir, today we are discussing on the Manipur Goods and Services Tax Second Amendment Bill, sir. Every time the central government amends the Central Goods and Services Act of 2017, we also need the states to amend their state GST-related law. Through the Finance Act 2025, Sections 121 to 134 of the Central Goods and Services Act was amended. And it got enacted in August 2025. The changes have come into effect from October 2025. And that could happen after more than half of the states updated their GST laws. So every time something happens in the center, the states also will have to pass, and once half of them have passed, it comes into effect, and that's how it came, this set of changes to the sections 121 to 134, which was made through the Finance Act of 2025, have come into effect in October because states have all. But unfortunately, because Manipur was under the President's rule, the corresponding effect-giving measures could not be taken up in the state GST laws. The Assembly was in a suspended mode, and Manipur Goods and Services Act of 2017 was not amended, but it was amended through an ordinance that was promulgated by the central government, and that was done on 7th October, sir. So now this bill is coming to replace that ordinance. And so the changes which have been brought will be made permanent for Manipur's sake. Sir, before I go into the few details which I want to table here, I want to say a word about the opposition leaders, opposition parties. Sir, throughout 24, we saw them shedding crocodile tears about Manipur for everything. Did the Prime Minister visit? Did the Home Minister visit? Did the law and order come to normalcy? Every time about Manipur, they will raise issues, they will voice their grievance, total crocodile tears. I've seen it even earlier, once when we brought in a bill for Manipur's budget, because again, it was under the President's rule and the governor was doing it, we had to present the budget for Manipur. Even at that time, they did not participate in the debate. Even at that time, they did not think of Manipur people's welfare, that money should go to them through the budget being passed. They didn't think about it. Even today, when the GST benefits have to go to the state government because they will otherwise not earn the revenue out of it, when we are trying to have an ordinance be converted to be a regular bill and get passed here to become an act, they are not here to participate. So all the grievance that they voiced about Manipur, accusing the Prime Minister, accusing the Home Minister, were all just drama. I'm ashamed to say this. I'm sorry to say this. विपक्ष के रोल ये होता है कि आप जिम्मेदाराना रवैया अपनाना चाहिए और जिम्मेदारी के साथ एक जो स्टेट जिसके ऊपर आप इतना बात कर रही हो, उसका बेहतरी के लिए कानून जब पारित होता है, बजट जब पारित होता है, उसमें शामिल होना है, भाग लेना है। मगर ये विपक्ष तो मगरमच्छी का आंसू बह रही है और जब क्रिटिकल बिल्स आते हैं मणिपुर का भाग जाता है। शर्मनाक बात है सर, आई एम सॉरी। मैं आपके सामने ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि आज भी वो मणिपुर की चर्चा में भाग नहीं लिया, दुख के मैं कहना चाह रही हूँ। सर, दिस पर्टिकुलर amendment is very important, sir, because it does two things. The very important reform-based steps that we have taken in GST, like track and trace system. Once you do the track and trace system, which is a very big step in administering the GST, you are able to prevent leakages. And therefore, that was one of the things which was passed in the Finance Act of 25. Now we are making it into a bill for Manipur. Similarly, at the time of supply, sir, particularly for vouchers, the rules which we're dealing with it are being removed so that it becomes simple, and because issuing a voucher is not actually the supply of goods or service. So this change will bring in ease of doing business, avoid unnecessary disputes on when the tax becomes payable. So that becomes a disputable point. Now that will be removed. There was from the beginning a little ambiguity when we described plant and machinery. We said plant or machinery. The word or led to a lot of confusion. So this time, through the February Finance Act, we have removed the word or and put the word and. Plant and machinery, and as a result, the ambiguity will be removed. But again, I'd like to confirm here, which is for the good of the people of Manipur, we made plant and machinery, removing plant or machinery, removing or. It's not going to be affected only from today. It will be affected from 1st July 2017, when the GST was originally for the first time brought to play. So as a result, people in Manipur, businesses in Manipur, enterprises in Manipur also will benefit from this removal of ambiguity, which the entire nation has benefited from, but Manipur has been denied because there was no government. Now we are giving that benefit to them. Also, sir, when there is a dispute, people are expected to pay 10% pre-deposit. We are only asking for 10% pre-deposit for appeals before the appellate authority or the appellate tribunal, even in cases where only the penalty is being challenged. So this keeps the appeal process consistent so that it doesn't look as if we are taking the 10% for appellate authority and not for the tribunal. Those confusions will not prevail.